everyone, it's Pat from Pat's Music. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. If you're new to this channel, welcome aboard. If you're returning again, it's great to have you back. Now, as always, if you want to see behind the scenes footage or what I do in just my normal sort of everyday life, definitely follow me on Instagram. But without further ado, let's start this video. Now, this is one of my favorite sort of recurring series videos that we do. It's called Pat Answers, and it's where you ask me a question and I answer it in this video. So we've got a lot of really interesting ones in this video, all about sort of what equipment I use, how many guitars do I own, all of those different things. Now they're time linked, so you can go down to the description below and you've got all the different links. So if you just want to check out a few different questions, check out the time links there, click the time and it'll take you to that point in the video. Nice and easy. And future Pat interrupting here before we start the video. If there's something that you want to know about me, about how to play something on the instrument, about effects pedals, about amps, about electric guitars, acoustic guitars, working with companies, making YouTube videos, anything, leave a comment below and I will feature you in the next video. Okay, let's actually start the video. Question number one. Hey Pat, it would be awesome if you started making videos of teaching whole songs. My way of thinking is there are so many amazing YouTubers. I would head to Justin Guitar, for example, another Aussie, but he's over in the UK. He is fantastic at teaching entire songs. The reason I don't is because it would take me so much time just to teach one song that I would think, oh, well, what about all the other people that don't actually like this one song? Whereas it's so much better for me to try and teach 10 songs in one video, because then at least I can help maybe 10 different people, or maybe people would have at least heard of those different artists. So it's more beneficial for me and it's more beneficial for you because there'll be more videos hopefully that you actually like. If I was to sit down and learn an entire song sort of start to finish and show you an easy way of doing it, the video would be very long and it would just reach fewer people. So that's the main reason why. But I do get that a lot. And thank you so much for wanting me to teach you full songs. I'm gonna start doing Skype lessons again very soon, so stay tuned for that. But otherwise, next question. Second question, hey Pat, let me paint you an illustration. You're going along a guitar, learning these skills and developing them. And this question comes up, do I even belong in the guitar world? Where am I going? What do I want? And now that I know a little bit of guitar, I know this is really what I want. So my question is, have you ever come across this situation and how did you go about it? What do you think? Brilliant question, and thank you for taking the time to comment. So how I would suggest about this is, so many people just get, you know, sort of fed up with the instrument where they're learning guitar, because they'll see other, you know, guitar players and they'll be like shredding along and they'll be like, oh, I can't do that. I wish I could do that. I'm not good enough. There's no room for me. There's already so many musicians. Honestly, don't think about anybody else. You're doing this for you. Imagine, you know, if you didn't start playing guitar right now and you never did. I'm sure that at some point in your life you'll look back and you'll wish, why didn't I learn the instrument? Because it's so much fun. You can teach other people, you can teach people in your family, you can teach friends, you can join guitar clubs, you can busk, you can play on stage, you can record your own music. There's so many opportunities that you have with this art form, and if you were just to let it go, it'll be such a waste. And you never want to have regret. You never want to be, you know, too old to the point where you can't actually pick up the instrument and play and then think, oh, you know, why didn't I learn? I mean, I've taught a few people in their 70s and above and in late sort of 60s, and the first thing they say is after the first lesson, why didn't I play earlier? And one lesson actually ended with someone in tears because they were so frustrated that they couldn't play physically because of arthritis anymore, because they just thought that they could only learn when they had more time. That's not it. You just have to make time, a little bit of time, like 10 minutes every day, every second day. You will go so far. So always think, yes, there is room for you. Now, I myself have been in a situation where I've thought, there's so many instrumental guitarists out there. Who would want to listen to my music, my album that's about to come out? Who would actually want to listen to it? And then I thought, you know what? There's only one Pat David. There's only me. And this is the only EP from me, so it is exciting, and it's something I really want to put out there. Regardless of how many people actually listen to it or buy it or get something out of it, it's so unique, and I couldn't say, hey, this sounds like somebody else. I think it's really interesting, and I'm just so excited. So there's always room, just believe in yourself, and just go back to that reason about why you're actually doing it, hopefully to have fun and to communicate with other people. All right, next question, good one though. Question number 3, how can I play all over the neck without making mistakes? Great question. When you first start the instrument, you think there's some sort of secret, there's some sort of, you know, trick to knowing what's going on. There really isn't. In music, you'll find so many patterns just keep re-emerging over and over again. So what I would suggest doing, if you want to not play mistakes and only play the right notes is, number one, learn what the names of the notes are on all of the different strings. I will link that video. Once you've done that, learn that songs are in different keys. Some songs may jump between keys, but for the most part, any song you think of, like rock or pop or metal or whatever, generally they're all in the same key. So what that means is they all use the same series of chords. Now, if you know what chords are going on in a song, then you know what notes will work because you just play those notes over those chords. It's really that easy. You know, I'm sure maybe there's still some people watching that think, no, it's got to be some trick. There's no trick. It's just you learn a little bit of theory and suddenly you understand what notes will work and what notes maybe won't work. Now, there's no rule of what notes actually work. It's just what notes you like. So if I was playing like a C major chord, the notes would be C, E, and G. Now, a note that's maybe not as nice to hear would be D sharp. But having said that, maybe you like that sound. Resolves really nicely back to D. But by itself. So it's up to you to work out what sounds you do like and what sounds you don't. But that's what I would do. Learn the notes on the strings, find out what chords are within the song, and then just play within that key. A couple different steps. Good. Question number 4, brilliant teacher, do you teach at university? First of all, thank you so much for the nice compliment. Now, I don't teach at university. I went to university for many years, but I teach currently at primary school. And that's because I really love teaching people things for the first time. So I really love sort of seeing that spark. And when you teach, you know, sort of kids, and every lesson, there's just so much excitement because they're just so overwhelmed, just learning new information, new information, new information. And so I love that. And I just find, for whatever reason, my personality just works really, really well with that age group. Now, that's not to say that I've only ever taught that age group. I've taught sort of everybody, every age, all the way up to seniors, from very little kids. But this is just my job currently. But I will again be teaching Skype lessons very soon, and that could be ages, you know, whatever age you are. So at the moment, I'm only teaching kids, but very soon I'll be teaching later on to really adults or any age. But I've never taught at university, but maybe one day. Number 5, competitions. Now, I didn't want to copy this sort of thread because it was from messages on Facebook. Remember, you can always message me on Instagram or on Facebook. That's cool. Details always in the description below. But there was someone asking me if I was basically just give away free stuff. And now, whether they just wanted the gear that I had, or they couldn't save up for themselves, or they wanted a competition, who knows? I used to do competitions years and years ago, but the problem is you'll get a whole lot of people swanning into your channel that aren't actually interested in you, aren't actually interested in maybe, you know, learning or whatever it is you do on your channel. All they want is free stuff. Whether they're actually going to use it, or they're going to sell it, or they just want to tell people, I won. So that's why I don't do competitions anymore, because it brings a whole different dynamic to this channel. And I love this channel because, as you can see in the comments, there's a whole lot of love for me, or for what I do, or for other people, or for each of us. There's not a lot of hateful stuff going on, which is great. And I feel that if we bring different people into the channel, that could happen, and that's not what I want. So that's why we do not do competitions. Question number 6. I think this is really good for the stressful and the very hurried lifestyle that we humans adopted. You know, just to sit down, play some guitar, just to get your mind together. Also, could you do a tutorial on this song? I didn't see much tutorials on your channel except for the one-finger riff ones. Thank you so much for taking the time to comment. And honestly, I have a video already planned about this during the week. The main reason why I teach songs I already sort of touched on before, but I really, really like the idea of just going outside and just playing. Not having a particular goal, just sitting down with the instrument, taking the time, enjoying the surroundings, whether it's, you know, a park near you, or a forest, or the beach, or a mountain, wherever. It's just really nice just to get out of the same sort of setting and just check out some different things and just play the instrument just for the sake of playing it, not having a goal. So there'll be a video coming for that. So thank you for the comment. Question number 7. This video helps me the most, and I like all the songs that are in one video, plus the PDF in the description is perfect. So thank you so much. So this comment came from a video where I have 100 one-finger riffs in one video, and it's like 3 hours long, but there's a PDF and you can just skip to whatever track that you want. Now, that video took me a lot of time. It took an entire year to get all of those one-finger riff videos, and then it took maybe a good couple of weeks to then put it down into one video, through every week I would add to the PDF booklet. It takes so much time. So the fact that people enjoy it really means a lot to me. And I'm really happy that the video is starting to gain some traction, because it's 100 songs in one video. It's brilliant. You don't have to go anywhere else. You can download the book for free. You can print it out. You don't need to sign up for anything. I'm very, very proud of that video, and that's why that video is pretty much always linked in the description of every video that I do, because I want more and more people to see it. So thank you so much for taking the time to comment, and I thought I would add this question in, or this comment in, because this year there of course will be another one. So we will have 100 new riffs this year in one video with a PDF you can download. So there'll be 200 riffs in 2 videos. I'm really happy about that and excited. Thank you for commenting. What lights do you use in your videos? Brilliant question. Now this came from a direct message or an inbox message on Instagram, and it was someone that was looking to start their own sort of YouTube videos, and they were asking me what lights. Now I'm going to link the lights just over somewhere there from eBay. This is what I typed in to find them. Pretty cheap, but they do a good job. Now would I like to upgrade my lights? Definitely. If you're talking about what sort of colored lights I have going on in the background, I've got some nice little, just cheap sort of fairy lights. I'll link them as well. And then I've got some colored lights, just because when I'm sitting, you know, for hours and hours in the studio and I'm writing or I'm recording or whatever, it's just really nice to shut off these big lights and to have this sort of cool sort of ambient light in it. It just gets rid of some of the distractions for me, and I really, really enjoy that atmosphere. Let's check out what that looks like. Hopefully enjoyed that. That's what it's like when it's very late at night and I'm working on different video ideas or recording or editing or whatever. It's just really calming and relaxing. Now this backdrop will change when I move house in a couple of months, but I'm really enjoying it so far. Thank you for the question. Question number 9. Playing guitar in forest is awesome, but Pat, be aware of animals. Thank you for commenting. Now the interesting thing about this is this forest, it's so hard. With YouTube, the problem is it's like Netflix or any of those other sort of online services. There's so much content. So you have to do certain things to get people to watch. I'm sure you've seen like clickbaity titles or photos, thumbnails before. But so this sort of forest, it's beautiful, but it is like a park that's very close to my house. And where I was about 5-6 meters, or you know, however many feet that would be, away from the path. So it is sort of secluded, but I still had people sort of walking in the background, and it's not sort of far away. And in Australia, we're very lucky. Although we have very venomous snakes and spiders, I've never seen the most sort of venomous spiders or snakes in my entire life. You just don't come across them. We don't have any things like bears or bobcats or cougars or any of those things that you guys have in America. We're pretty lucky. So the most stressful thing I had to deal with was just being, a little bit embarrassed to have my tripod and my camera and my guitar and be filming, while all that was going on. But no animals. It was all fine, other than the birds, of course, but that was okay. It wasn't an Alfred Hitchcock movie. Another question that I do get from time to time, and I got sort of messaged on Facebook this week, was how many guitars do I own? Now, you would be confused sometimes, because just like sort of this month, I get different guitars in to review, to demo, to write about, and this is one of them. So this is a Faith guitar. It's a really nice sounding acoustic. As you can tell from the intro as well, it sounds really nice, really easy to play, brilliant design. I'm going to be making a full review on this guitar this month before I give it back, as well as some sort of string reviews as well that might be out of shop, but you'll see some different string reviews this month. And so the problem is I get different guitars in and then they disappear. But to the audience, you may think that I just have so many guitars like a museum. But I actually have about 5 guitars plus 2 guitars that I've got just for a month, just checking out 2 different acoustics. So at the moment 7, but very soon 5. Except between you and I, the amazing people that actually make it to the end of the video, which helps me so much, so thank you so much. So to you amazing people that have come in and just made it through to the end of the video, I have a brand new guitar that's going to be making it into my hands in the next 2 weeks. So expect a lot of information about that. That'll be my new main guitar, you would say. So my go-to guitar. I've never had a guitar in this price range before, and I'm really excited. It'll be my main guitar. If you want to ask me questions about that, definitely leave a comment below, and you can even guess what it would be. That'd be awesome. And if you're right, I will tell you're right. But yeah, at the moment, 5 guitars, soon to be 6. and then I've got 2 lone guitars. So I guess about 8 guitars. But I'm actually selling some guitars off. So soon may only go down to 3. 1 acoustic and 2 electrics, but we'll talk about that in another video. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. If there's something else you want to learn about me, about the music industry, about recording, about anything, or you just want to have a chat, leave a comment below. I've been Pat from Pat Dave Music. If you want to message me, try Facebook or Instagram. Links are in the description. And I'll see you all again very soon. Thanks so much for being a part of this YouTube family. Talk to you soon.